yesterday morning when she was just like, she just wants to smack her crack in peace. And I don't blame her, at this point, because TikTok will lead you there. I want some at this. I really do. That could be a solution for me, but I do think she need to go about getting the proper help. I think the approach that has been made thus far has been the wrong one. And but the people involved I think they did a good job. Lady Essence.
But I think at the end of the day, there are people that are still going to help Kelsey on this app.
And they should
always have support. Right. They should.
Yeah, there are people that are going to still help Kelsey on this app.
Stop. That's not.
And I don't think that they should. I don't think they should stop.
I think they should continue to help if they want to. If it's on their heart, shit, do what you do.
That's on their heart.
It's y'all money.
There are people that been peep stuff. People been saying, okay, Kelsey got somebody in a hotel with her, or a band, and etc. People been saying that. All y'all gotta do is read some of the comments under the blogger pages.
And the hotel people said that she was smoking more than, they said it wasn't like weed or cigarettes. She was smoking other illegal substances in the room. She did come up here and Rose asked her, what was you doing earlier? Because Rose was at her panel earlier. And Rose said, what were you smoking earlier? She was like, oh, the sage you're smoking outside. Rose said, no, what was you smoking inside? And it wasn't a cigarette. She said, oh, crack. So.
Yeah.
Being facetious, but she said, no, crack. But I'm not a crackhead. But she repeated what we were saying. She was like, oh, I'm smoking crack, but I'm not a crackhead. And then when y'all start saying it, then she was like, oh, I'm just playing. I don't know at this point.
I just see like a big, I seen a difference in Kelsey when she would talk on my platform a certain way. Then she would go live. Then when she read a book one time, she, it's like her tones change.
Happened multiple times up here today. When she talked to me, Trina, and HB, the tone changed. Like, it was like she know who she could play with and not play with. I think just genius.
Right. So I wasn't finna, you know what I'm saying? Like, I say, well, damn, Kelsey reading this book like she went to college. But then
don't make me scream.
No, she
didn't come on my platform and say, look,
oh yeah, you can't be HB Live. You got to get out of here because that's it. No, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
she'll hit you with that. She will.
Yeah. So I'm like,
let's keep it real. She was doing that up here today. That's why I was like, I hate that I got frustrated because it was like she was playing, but that it like she know.
And so what I thought was,
blanket, we don't share blanket in here.
Listen, y'all. This I know, girl. Meet me at the front door. You walk in first, and I walk in behind you. Cause we want to get together. Listen, I at first I was like, this was mine. First I said maybe whoever is in her ear, they're telling her, hey, you on this app. These people are helping you. Do whatever you can do. Get as much money as you can get. I felt like it was people around her that were saying, work this app. Because a lot of people work the shit out of this app.
So you want to keep holler?
Huh?
I'm gonna holler.
Because when I seen her start going live on her own, and start doing battles, like Kelsey doing battles and everything. Kelsey ain't as slow as we think she is. Kelsey doing battles.
She said
Kelsey got her own cash app up. And you know what I'm saying? Like all of that stuff. So it's like, is somebody telling her, why are you letting people take money for you when you can get your own money yourself on this app? That was my assumption.
And that's more of a possibility than anything I've heard mostly on this app today, that somebody is in her ear. But please know, Kelsey, like Susu said, two things can be true. Two things can be true with Kelsey. She could have an addiction issue and she is still impaired. So two things can be true. And I think, I'm down there in the in capital letters when y'all having this discussion. Your frustration comes from the fact that you do not know how to deal with people like that. So when you get into situations like this, it's best to just be quiet. She has a social worker. Allow Essence to deal with that social worker. I would have much rather y'all touched on K-Dub and Lee and the rest of this stuff. But HB has some very points, but overall, there's not a doctor that would give any such advice on this app. So I think we should
What
just
part
be
you didn't
mindful.
like? Tell kid.
I didn't like the stop playing in our face. What the fuck was that?
Oh, I wasn't doing
She's
none of that. I
impaired.
wasn't doing it.
She's impaired.
A lot of
So
us.
yes, it's more plausible what Diamond said.
They
Somebody
can't
is
hear
in
y'all.
her
They are
ear.
saying it's glitching. You guys, I want to let y'all know. I know y'all
A
can
lot
hear
of
stuff
us
like
are
that.
impaired, Hell Kid. Glock
So
had
they
just
can
I
hear
mean,
us in the comments.
look,
Glock had
Trina,
just
I'm
finished
just
telling us.
speaking specifically
Glock
about
had just
Now, y'all
Chelsea.
want to argue so bad.
Telling
Tap the
us,
screen,
you asked
y'all.
the question,
They don't
so
give a
And this
damn if
is
y'all
why I
can
don't
hear
do
or not.
this.
They just
Okay,
want to
y'all have
argue,
a good
child.
day. I don't do
you
this
asked
because
the
I'm not
question, so I'm
impaired.
answering it. Glock had just finished telling us how she had got cussed out by Kelsey. So when she came up doing what she normally does, I'm like, bro, no, stop. Talk to us about what just happened with Glock.
HB, keep your ass on the screen for the glitch intensifies.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Ted.
I know how it is to be dealing with somebody that's
Why
suffering.
every goddamn time I say something, it's a problem?
I know how it is to be dealing with somebody who's suffering from mental disabilities or something, and with struggling with addiction or whatever we want to call it at this point. But what happened today, or what was described to what happened with Glock, is not an excuse for her to act like that. We can care for her and we can do a lot of different stuff, and we can understand what Kelsey is going through without being abused and belittled by her at the same time. She's an adult. She knows what she's doing, and she can have a conversation, and she can be very aware of anything else. She's very into her feelings. So for her to get up there and yell at them people like that and do whatever the hell she did wasn't okay. Regardless of how we feel or regardless of how we think Kelsey is, that wasn't okay.
We can't bring people up while HB is away, but when she comes back, anybody who wants to come up in the panel, you're more than welcome. Whatever the case may be.
I got a Cash App, and they said,
I will
Taz,
say,
shut up.
this. If I ain't get it, I ain't get it. Here's the deal, because
want you to get a
what
piece
we're
of
not
the
going to do,
dessert.
you guys. Wait a minute. We're not going to come up here. We're not going to go into scientific details about how crackheads should be treated and stuff like that. You understand? Finesse is finesse. I'm from Florida.
shit.
Half the family smoke dope. So we're not going to play that game. Finesse is finesse. I'm aligned with Diamond. Somebody could be putting her up to it. I think it's that man. What's his name? Mr. Who? That she said she don't mind living by the riverside with? Him. Y'all better stop playing. Y'all too green on this app for me. And that's why I be seeming diabolical, but I'm more so realistic. It's called common fucking sense. So you can either use it or you can go into your savings account and damn near lose yourself, your home and everything else you got for and take away from your immediate family. Hell nah. Finesse is finesse. The way that girl looked when y'all was up here talking about stop playing in her face, she was looking like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't slow as y'all think they are. Y'all actually the slow ones here. Y'all are actually the ones that need the mental health approach, not her. She should be giving y'all resources.
HB, please.
Because I'm the finesse. I don't give a damn. I'm the finesse queen. I'm the finesse queen, and too much of what she's doing is familiar to me. So I'm just saying.
You know,
Y'all
I don't
make
have
sure y'all
common
do that.
sense,
God.
and the reason I don't have common sense and why I'm stable in my life to help many creators on this app is because I don't have common sense. But what I am is a human being first, right? And I feel like that we lost the human side of things. I don't care if she was a crackhead or she was digging in the garbage can in front of us. I don't care. I feel like the humanity
Morality
is
ain't it,
lost.
hell, kid?
And I don't have common sense. I'm much different than common. That's why I live the life I live. And that doesn't
I'm just
separate
saying, at
me
minimum,
from...
have that though. You know.
Yeah, common sense is not so common because we all come from different environments. So common sense is just a saying. It's
Right, I
not
understand
real.
it's not so common, and that's why I have this live one-on today so that I can help you guys to utilize it.
Yeah, but I think that
Thank
if
y'all
it's
for the
somebody in Kelsey's ear, if someone's in Kelsey's ear, as Diamond had mentioned, I think that is a huge. And said something that caught my attention. She said, "I noticed how Kelsey voice changed, how she started maneuvering." I'm still not convinced Kelsey is a crackhead. I have him in my family, and it's just based on her characteristics. I'm still not convinced she's that.
Okay,
But
well
I
that's
do
fine.
think
In the
So
meantime,
this live is to find out if Kelsey is a crackhead.
no, she already told us.
Too late.
No,
It's
she
been a
already
lot,
told
laugh.
us,
I
and she
swear.
smoked
It's
it
bad
too
enough.
earlier
Be
on live.
careful.
That's not what it's for. It's to give me my money. You guys, can we reach my live goal?
Listen,
I have mental health issues myself, and I don't even smoke. I drink a little. But can you guys send me my ship?
if I turn into a crackhead, y'all better save me.
So
Don't
HB,
tell me to read the
I'm
room.
too
Fuck
fucked up.
you.
Y'all ain't gave me shit.
so
I
HB,
love crackheads. I
I
don't care
wanna
what you say.
Me too.
Yeah, this
I wanna try to make this quick so I can get out of y'all way. I do think some excellent points were being made, especially the point that that Diamond suggested that it may be somebody in her ear. But if I'm not mistaken, I've heard before that she has schizophrenia. Is that correct?
I don't know. I know I do. And y'all ain't giving me nothing. So what's going on?
The only reason
And rent's due today, $1,800.
the only reason why I bring that up is because I have it, and I seen a lot of things that she was just doing that was very familiar, and it's only familiar when somebody has some form of psychosis that way and are using any illicit drugs to go along with it. It's a combination of playing in somebody's face, but also losing grip with everything else that's going on in your mind. That's not an excuse, but it's absolutely something to be cognizant of when you're talking to somebody like that. And with that being said, that's why I thought you handled it perfectly up here before you stepped aside to get something to eat. But yeah, that was interesting, and hopefully she get the help that she
The fact that
really
when
needs.
Kelsey came up here and the things I said to Kelsey, she agreed right away with. For the people that's in denial or think it was handled the wrong way, Kelsey appreciated me helping y'all to listen to her. Last always up here with a chip bag and some more stuff.
Man, we
Oh, for everybody asking, I'm just getting out of my truck.
No, let me ask y'all a question.
I'm just getting out of my truck. That's why I sound like that.
So let me ask y'all a question. Why do y'all feel like she's on that stuff?
She told
I know a
us.
crackhead when I know what
She alluded to it.
Hold on, y'all.
she didn't
Erica
allude
said
to it.
specifically. Not only did she admit to it, but Erica said specifically that one of the reasons why they couldn't just book the room for her was because the hotel staff said on the call that she was caught smoking in the room, and it was more than just green. On top of she said it.
Yeah, she admitted to it. She admitted to it on the blog.
Okay, so y'all didn't see the trick in her room the other day. She was on live with a trick in her room. What is wrong with y'all?
They ignore everything, and she keep telling them when she was denying the transition house, that's not what she wants, that's not what she needs. And so, because of her freedom and all that, when she came up here and I told her I understood clearly what she was going through, and that they had not been listening, she agreed with me. I said, crack is the problem, right, Kelsey? And they're not listening, right? They're going about with the wrong approach. She's nodding her head. Yeah, absolutely. Let her know.
See, I didn't know that it was a question. I thought that we was just letting it slide.
Rose said she seen some smoke in her room and was asking Kelsey what was she smoking. Kelsey said crack, but then turned around and said it was a joke and said it was a cigarette.
Let me tell you in what manner she did that in, okay? She said, Rose said, what was that smoke? Because it wasn't a cigarette. She was like, right. Rose said, what was it? She said, oh, that was my sage. Rose said, no, Kelsey, the sage was outside. She said, what was you smoking in the room? She said, oh, crack. She said, so I was like, boom, there it is. She was like, oh, nah, yeah, I was smoking a cigarette. Like she said, yeah. She did it in a sarcastic manner. Like, you niggas ain't getting it. I just told y'all I smoked crack. How many times do she have to say it?
But
HB, I didn't know that it was a question.
Let me ask
trying to
y'all
convince.
this. Do she know? Okay, so listen. The reason why I asked that because Kelsey knows if she tells everybody that is going to mess her hustle up on this app.
Thank you, Diamond. Thank
So
you.
that's why I'm asking y'all, are y'all sure? Like, did she actually say, because guess what? I know folks gonna have pity parties for you every day, all day. But that's gonna mess up her grind on this app.
I'm so confused. I thought we
Don't
wasn't
nobody
mentioning
give
the
a
crack
fuck.
so that we
Platinum
would.
Black. Trina still get $3-5 every motherfucking day. Don't nobody give a fuck about
About
the
to say,
fucking
it
turtle
doesn't
crack.
do anything.
Yeah, but
because
Trina ain't
people are
told
still
nobody
gonna
she
do it.
on.
Hold the fuck
Trina
up,
ain't told
bitch.
nobody she on that stuff either.
I get what?
She sure ain't Diamond because there ain't nobody gonna
Meter.
support her.
And I don't know what the hell he talking about. I ain't got near cash app
You know,
today.
people give to creators even if they don't know anything about
She
them.
said
So
today.
it doesn't even matter that if Kelsey does it because people are still going to give to Kelsey no matter what. It's not a
Yeah, I
hustle for
thought
her
we
if it's
wasn't
not a
mentioning the
hustle for
crack so
another
she wouldn't.
creator.
So
There's a
it
lot
would
of
mess up her
creators that
hustle.
depend on TikTok.
Black braid out the line.
Diamond, I just wanted to say, like, nobody. Okay, there's a group of people who do not care if she said that she's on drugs or not. There are a lot of people who has somebody who's in their family that she reminds them of, and they're going to still send her money because they feel sorry for her and because they couldn't help another family member who was going through whatever. There's a lot of enablers that are in the comments. They're going to still send it to her. So she definitely told you exactly what it was. That was a chip on her shoulder. She got it off. She told you what it was. Now she feels relieved. She feels a whole lot better knowing that she told y'all niggas, I'm doing these drugs. I know what the fuck going on. I'm not no fool. And she started combating when people were like, holding her accountable for her own actions. At the end of the day, she probably got a whole lot of cash apps when she was sitting up on this panel. And if she goes into other rooms, they're still going to support her. They're still going to want to send her some money so she can have another day in that hotel room. Like, she came up in here flaunting, like, yeah, I got another day that was a glitch. Like, she was playing in their face. And so,
For sure, because most of us being a supporter on this panel, we don't care what you guys do in your everyday life. We don't. We support.
yes. So it's a harsh reality, but there are a lot of enablers. I've seen it all the time on different platforms, on different apps.
Because, I'm pretty sure people on this panel go out and have a drink. I'm pretty sure people on this panel indulge in their greens. As a supporter, someone that doesn't even run a live, do I ask you guys for a resume?
But there's stability though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I agree they are enablers and they're feeding the addiction versus providing resources, stuff like that.
For them, they're putting a roof over her head, regardless of what her extracurricular activities
But
are.
how long?
outside.
But you're gonna have to keep doing that, and then when you stop, you feel bad about it. And when you stop, TikTokers hold you accountable. Like, why
When
did you
who
stop?
stops? The ones
$6,000 in, like Essence is.
Well, Essence is
But
on
you
a
also
different issue.
people also have to hold themselves accountable because you shouldn't be making no promises either. Like, they should have never made no promise to her saying that they will always be able to take care of her because look,
Who made a promise? That wasn't a promise. That was somebody that was
No,
out of
there
the
was
panel.
promises.
There were
There was
promises.
guarantees made.
There was a lot of promises made to Kelsey, a lot of them. And
You know what the promise was that I saw on Diamond's panel before you guys paint that narrative?
It's not a narrative though.
No, because when all of this went down with Kelsey was offered a home in someone's home where she was. That was the original thing, was for her to go into someone's home. And when they went there to put her in that home, Kelsey did not want to go, so they reverted back to the hotel. So
that's not what I'm referring to, but thank you. What I'm referring to is people promising to always be there and to always help support her. Right. So I'm saying that there are people who promised her often that they were going to be able to give her some type of financial help and assistance, but then life happened, like a literal natural disaster. And I remember Kelsey saying, don't promise me shit, like I don't want that, whatever the case may be, because look what happened. And now people are saying, okay, they don't want no parts. So the people who are the most active are saying that they're now hands off. And so now she's combating that. That doesn't make it right, but there has to be accountability across the board. It's not just on Kelsey and her addiction and her mental health. It's on the other individuals who didn't have boundaries and they crossed their own boundaries to help someone.
So Erica
And
said
it's a
no one
learning
promised
experience.
financial. Erica said no one promised financial forever. Erica, I was in several lives where guarantees was made that no matter what the TikToker said, no matter how much shit was talked, that nobody was going to stop supporting her until she no longer needed support anymore. Guarantees
Exactly.
were made. I was
But can y'all agree that crack strikes out some of that shit?
I'm gonna say this, Kelsey.
No.
Kelsey, listen to this live, and I'm sure people are going and telling her certain things. And just sit back. Kelsey gonna reveal some things. I'm just gonna sit back and watch the show.
Hey, crack strikes out some shit. Like, I can tell you something, but then when you put some crack on it, hey, it's just like acid for some shit. Like,
Stop.
Why did you say
okay,
that?
all right, okay. You know what? Y'all always think that I'm fucking playing, but I thought that we was ignoring the fact that she was on crack so that we would mess up her hustle.
Why did you
Like,
say
I'm from
that
Oak Cliff.
so
I know a
casual,
fucking
though?
crackhead. Man, crack trumps some shit. Like,
gonna
it's
say
like
when
rock,
you put a
paper,
little bit of
scissors.
crack on it,
It's
you
like
look
fucking rock,
stupid.
paper, scissors, Arby. You can't fucking know. If I put out paper and you put out crack, that's some scissors. You're cutting my paper. No, I'm not fucking doing that. Okay, you know what? Let me mute. Fuck y'all.
I'm gonna start using my mute button. I don't know who the hell muted me while I
You
was
said that
getting
shit
out my
so
opinion.
casual. When you put a little bit of crack on it, what the fuck is going on?
I'm telling you, like, people are willing to help you, but not when they think they microwave finna be gone. Like, but when I you know, y'all be ignoring a lot of shit.
where I find her manipulative at is when you know that somebody like Essence has a little girl, she has a daughter, and she's taken from I don't know who just removed laugh, but when she's taken from her child and from her household, she's going to her savings, and you notice, and she's struggling to do so, and she have a guilty conscience when she don't, and you know that all you're doing is going out there and buying a slab or two.
I told you I was gonna
with
get you
your
last
money,
time.
or whatever the case may be. That's messed up. That's where you know what you're doing. That's where you're not that far gone mentally and you're in your right mind. My grandmother smoked dope. She finessed the hell out of the whole goddamn family. It was not a secret. She was very unique. Sorry. She was very strategic about it and everything. I'm telling you, she would have got app existed back then. Baby, fuck the crack, fuck her smoking the crack. The crack would have smoked her because y'all are too generous. And I got a mental health problem, and I'm not gonna give to nobody's crack addiction or whatever if I'm not enjoying that crack with you. Hell nah. Now we'll buy you some food or something like that.
I'm not enjoying it with you.
Will, because
I'm not getting none of that crack.
I don't think Essence have it.
I'll give you
man,
though. And I'm
crackheads are
telling you,
valuable. Y'all taking the
HB,
value out of crackheads.
Hold on
I really
one
want us
second.
to stop. I want us to stop acting like crackheads ain't smart. The girl is very intelligent. I
You
picked her
too,
game
Nyla.
months ago, and I told y'all months ago that the girl was playing in y'all face. The girl is very smart. If she survived before meeting y'all, don't y'all think she has to have some type of intellect?
Thank you.
What
Who
she
said
did
Kelsey was dumb?
she came to this side of TikTok and she found y'all soft spot and she played on it. Period.
Yeah.
The girl is smarter than half of y'all in the panel. She's
Who
almost
said she
brilliant.
was dumb?
You're right, $2.
To get thousands out of y'all. The girl is almost a genius.
They're healthier and they're smarter. These motherfuckers will walk from to Jerusalem, cut a yard, and come back. Some of y'all can't walk to the mailbox. They are very
She
smart.
told y'all a month ago to leave her alone.
The reason
She
for why
been told
people
y'all
are
to leave her
saying
alone, but y'all continue to mess with her.
Okay, y'all. I just
the
wanna
reason
tell
for why
everybody
people are saying that she's not dumb is because a lot of people who don't understand what Kelsey is saying, they think that she's delayed. They think that mentally she's delayed, she's slow.
Exactly.
And so half of y'all just lack comprehension. That's just the reality because
y'all, I just want to tell y'all thank y'all for everybody that follow me. I will see y'all in the morning. Y'all, let me get out of here. You guys can enjoy y'all live.
Nobody's
She did
all
come
right,
with
bye,
the
Diamond.
for coming
Where she
out.
Nobody.
go?
I'm listening to y'all make a point.